Hello, first graders. I hope everyone's doing well. I miss y'all so much. And I hope that you guys are getting ready for summer. You guys are working really, really hard and you're at the very, very end. Just this week and next week, push through, and you guys are finishing off first grade strong. I am here to talk to you today about ways that we can sort plants. My favorite way to sort plants is through edible and non edible plants. Edible plants, the word edible is a vocabulary word, and it just means that it's something that we can eat. I want you to close your eyes and think about different plants that you eat. Close them for about 10 seconds and see how many plants you can think of that you eat. All right, open them. How many did you think of? Did you think of strawberries? They're one of my favorite plants that I eat. Or maybe apples or carrots or potatoes? Even the lettuce in your salad. All of those are plants that you eat. We're going to read a quick story about Lola, who plants a garden, and talk about some of the plants that she plants that are edible. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about edible and non edible. Edible means you can eat plants that you can eat. Non edible, we're going to sort as plants that you cannot eat, plants that we would not want to eat. Things like the grass in our yard, that's not something that we would want to eat. But let's read Lola Plants a Garden, and then we'll talk more about that. Lola plants a garden. Lola loves her book of garden poems. Her favorite poem is the one about Mary Mary. Lola wants to plant a garden. Mommy says there is room near the vegetables. Lola gets book about gardens from the library. She chooses her favorite flowers from the books. Mommy makes a list. See Lola and Mommy sitting down making a list. What would you put on your list? They go to the garden store and they buy seeds. Lola and Mommy make the garden. The seed packets mark where the flowers are planted. That's a really good idea. See how she's putting the packets on the outside so she can tell where each of the seeds were planted. So when they start to sprout before the fruits actually begin to grow or the vegetables, Lola can know what's coming up in that area. Because sometimes it's hard to remember when you plant a lot of different things at one time. Lola will have to wait a long time for them to grow. Lola makes her own flower book while she waits. Mommy types the Mary Mary poem and Lola glues it in. She really likes plants. She's doing a lot about plants right now. Lola makes a string of bells. She finds shells in some old beads. She even makes a little Mary Mary. One day, Lola sees tiny green shoots. She pulls up weeds so that the shoots can grow. And by shoots, she means the little sprouts. By now, your class should be seeing little sprouts on your lima beans. And that's what Lola is beginning to see coming up in her garden. Lola's flowers grow bigger. They open up to the sun. Daddy helps Lola hang her shiny bells. Lola finds Mary Mary a special spot. It's just perfect. Orla, Ben, and Ty are coming to see Lola's garden. Lola and Mommy make cupcakes. Lola wears her flower shirt. Mommy helps Lola with her hair. Lola's friends love everything about her garden. They share crunchy peas and sweet strawberries that Mommy grew. Then Lola makes up a story about Mary Mary. What kind of garden will Lola plan next? And see how they're having a little picnic right in front of the garden? And then I want to share real quick the Mary Mary poem that Lola was talking about. I bet many of you guys have already heard this, but the poem is Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. And that's the poem that Lola kept referring to in the story. Well, Lola's mom had planted some edible plants in that garden. The flowers that Lola planted, are those things that you think we would consider edible? Let me go back to that picture. Look at all these flowers. They sure do look beautiful, but I don't think I would like to try to eat any of those. Those do not look edible to me. However, Lola said that her mommy had planted and her friends were eating some crunchy peas and some sweet strawberries. Those are both edible foods that I love to eat. I love to have crunchy peas with my dinner and sweet strawberries as my snacks and sometimes for desserts. So, those are some edible things that we can get out of a garden and out of plants. I'm going to quickly show you a video of one of my favorite edible foods. This video is from Hickory Ridge Farm. It's one of our local farms very close to our school, and they do field trips a lot in late April and early May, and they have tons of strawberries. They're known for their strawberries, and they have a big strawberry festival each year. Strawberries are one of my favorite edible foods. Here we have the Farmer John's wife, Miss Robin, talking about strawberries. Let's learn a little bit about these edible plants.
Hey everybody, it's Miss Robin at Hickory Ridge Farm. We are missing you guys so much this year for our field trips. And I just thought I would go ahead and do a field trip for you so that your teachers and parents could use it at home, and then maybe you guys will be able to come out and pick some strawberries. But so Farmer John and myself and our boys all grow strawberries every year. They go in the ground in the fall. In the month of the month of September, actually, at the end of September, a great big truck pulls up, and we unload 35,000 strawberry plants every year. You can see all of those strawberry plants out there, 35,000 plants, okay? When they come in, they're a little baby plant. They look like this. They're a little tiny plant. They're about 2 inches big, and they have a root system attached to them. And like I said, they arrive one day in late September, and our family all comes out and helps us, and we get busy, and we plant them in the ground row by row by row. We do all 35,000 in one day, okay? So the little plant starts to grow. Like I said, this is the month of September. It grows in September. It grows in October, November. We're in the season of fall right now, okay? And it grows, the little plant grows to be about this big. All it has on it are green leaves, and we're in the month of October, November, and the plant that has been growing a little bit, it goes to sleep. Vocabulary word for the plant going to sleep during the winter months is called dormant. So in November, December, January, February, through the winter, the little plant is just in the ground. It's not eating much, it's not drinking much. It's just kind of staying there. Now we start to get into the spring months, and in the spring months, the plants start to wake up. So when they start to wake up, they start to grow really big, really fast. And we're in January, February, March. We're getting into springtime. In March, the plants wake up. They start to grow really big. And we start to see this. Okay? On the plants, you'll start to see this. When they wake up in the spring and they start to grow, we start to see the strawberry flowers. Okay? The strawberry flower in the middle of every single flower, and if you look out in the field right now, you still see hundreds and hundreds and thousands of strawberry flowers. The strawberry flower in the middle of it has a little yellow dot. That little yellow dot is going to grow out to be a little baby strawberry. Now, if we look down here at the plant, you can see, let's see, right here, we still have a flower, okay? And right there, that little yellow dot is growing out to be a little baby strawberry, all right? And that strawberry grows, it gets a little bigger and a little bigger. And if you see down here, it's the green strawberry, okay? And then here's a green and red strawberry. And I always ask the students, what color do we pick the strawberries? We pick them all the way red. Whoops. All the way red from the top to the bottom. So it starts as a flower, and then it grows out to be a little green strawberry, and then it gets bigger and bigger, and then you pick them all the way red. Okay? Now, we pick strawberries here in late April and through the month of May. If we're lucky, we go into June a little bit, but June is starts the season of summer. In the season of summer, the strawberry is too hot for strawberry plants, and they just kind of stop making strawberries. Now, it kind of goes to sleep again, the plant does, and it stops making the strawberries, and it'll just stay in the field, the plant will. It's not really making any strawberries left anymore, so the cycle of making the berries is over, okay? So then we go back into the season of, from summer into the season of fall, and the cycle starts all over again. I told you before that the plants go into the ground in the season of fall, the month of September, okay? And they will, the plants will start to go to sleep again in the winter, and then next spring, we see what? We start to see the strawberry flowers again. So if we leave these strawberry plants in the field, they'll make us fruit during their growing season, and then they'll kind of die off and go dormant in the winter, and then they bounce back in the spring. It's called the life cycle of the strawberry plant. If we leave them out here in the field year after year after year, the cycle will continue, and they'll give us more and more strawberries every year. Now, we are a U-Pick strawberry farm, so of course every summer, Farmer John comes out, and the field, as the strawberry plants start to stop producing the berries again, we pull them all up out of the field, we pull the black plastic up, and we start all over with 35,000 plants again in September. Okay, so we hope that you guys will get to come out and see the strawberries for yourself. If you pick them, make sure you pick them red from the top to the bottom. And if you come out to the farm, make sure you say hi to us, okay? We hope to see you guys again soon.
Thank you to Miss Robin for that wonderful video. Now, I want to show you, I did a quick Google search of edible plants, fruits, and vegetables. And here are lots of fruits and vegetables that we can eat. Avocados, tomatoes, I see little cherry tomatoes, apples, carrots, peaches. Let's see, what else do we see going down? There's just so many, it's hard to think of them all. Strawberries we saw, squash and zucchini, raspberries, blueberries, bananas, oranges, cucumbers, kale, so many fruits and vegetables that we eat. I just wanted to show you a few to get some ideas. Here it looks like some more plums. Now, I did another search with just plants. There's very many plants that we do not eat that are not edible. When I just search plants, all of these so far do not look edible to me. I see succulents. We definitely don't want to eat those. Cactuses, we don't eat those. Different types of ferns, we do not eat. Different ivies and lilies, lots of beautiful flowers, but we do not eat them. I want you to think for a minute. Did you know that strawberries start off as a beautiful flower? How Miss Robin showed us in that video? I had no idea. Wasn't that so neat? But I'm glad that we wait for the strawberry fruit to actually grow before we pick it. And we wait till it's red from the top to the bottom. Now I'm just going to very, very quickly go over your assignments. I hope that these two pictures helped you, because the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do this edible and non-edible assignment. You can print this out and you can cut and paste the pictures where they go, or you can just click it and drag and drop the pictures where they go. So you have edible, a plant that you can eat on this side, and non-edible, a plant you cannot eat on this side. You're just going to pick each picture, like here's a carrot. I know that a carrot is edible. I can eat it. So that one will go there. And then you're going to sort the rest of them for your activity to turn into your teacher. The next thing you're going to do for your math activity, we're going to keep going with edible plants. You are going to survey or question or interview some family members or friends. This activity wants to know your family or friends' favorite edible plants out of the 4 that are listed here, out of avocados, grapes, lettuce, or carrots. You're going to ask at least 4 people, including yourself, so yourself plus 3 other people, their favorite edible food from the table below. Graph each person's result by dragging a copy of that plant and dropping it in the appropriate column. So I might go ask my mom, what is her favorite edible plant? And I know that she would say avocados. So I would take that and I'm just going to drag it right in there. Then I need to ask 2 other people plus myself, at least or more, what their favorite edible plant is out of the ones listed here. And you're going to keep continuing your graph. If you want to do more people, you may, but they have to pick one of the 4 fruits or vegetables that are on the table here. Then you're going to answer the questions. Which plant was the most popular? Which plant had the least votes? Did any plants tie? And if so, which ones? And that's going to be your activity. Once you're done, you can turn that in. Or if you print it out, the PDF file has a print page where there's lots of the vegetables that you, and fruits and vegetables that you can cut and paste to finish your graph. But I hope that you all continue working hard for your teachers. You guys are almost at summer break. Keep up the good work, and I miss you guys.